Today in the news, the NMDPR gained control over at least half of the settlements. Since for the first time in 7 years, the IPR announced an increase in the number of attacks by American HIMARS by 30%. Chinese destroyer carrying 112 cruise missiles spotted 10 kilometers from Taiwan's borders. This and other news to this hour. The Deputy Minister of Information of the DPR announced the release of at least half of the territory of the village of Pesky. This was achieved thanks to the active work in this area of cannon and rocket artillery combat, aviation as well as ground assault groups. Control over the settlement, albeit partially, was obtained by the DPR forces for the first time in 7 years, which for obvious reasons indicates that the units of the People's Militia of the Donetsk People's Republic as well as the Russian military have made significant progress in the current direction. While how full control over this settlement can be obtained at the end of the current week, the situation for the Ukrainian military holding the settlement of Pesky is deplorable, as being cut off from support, the latter are forced to leave their positions in the settlement. The stands, however, due to the numerous blows that hit the settlement and its environs, they cannot do this safely. Among other things, the Russian military and units of the DPR managed to achieve significant success in the Iwiw direction, which indicates the fact that the vicinity of Donetsk can be completely cleared in the near future. The shelling of the territory of the IPR by American HIMARS has increased significantly over the week, despite that fact that the number of destroyed HIMARS MLRS in service with the Ukrainian army has already significantly decreased. The shelling of the territory of the Lugansk People's Republic with the use of such weapons has increased significantly, according to the representative office of the Lagos People's Republic. Over the past week, 77 missiles were fired on the territory of the Lugansk region using the HIMARS MLRS. This is 18 missiles more, plus 30% than a week earlier, which raises serious concerns that Ukrainian forces are moving to increase their strikes with these weapons. The total number of attacks on the territory of the IPR has not actually changed compared to the previous reporting period. However, the transition of the armed forces of Ukraine to the use of high-precision weapons creates unfavorable preconditions. The Chinese warship has been spotted near Taiwan's territorial waters. A few hours ago, a Chinese Type 055 guided missile destroyer was spotted east of Taiwan, approaching Taiwan's territorial waters at a distance of only 15 kilometers. The warship is armed with 112 cruise missiles of several types at once, which indicates that the PRC has taken a very tough approach to the issue of suppressing provocations from Taiwan to threaten the sovereignty of the country. The Chinese missile destroyer Type 055 was discovered by commercial satellites that passed over the region a few hours ago. It is noted that the ship was moving along the coast of Taiwan, although it did not show any threats, while experts draw attention to the fact that the appearance of a Chinese missile destroyer in this area was not agreed, since the zone of military exercises conducted by the Navy is located much further east. Experts currently assess the likelihood of a possible conflict between China and Taiwan as low, since the main peak of tensions between the two sides has already passed. However, the situation is significantly aggravated by provocations created by the United States.